Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to my 90 wonderful subscribers. Welcome to another edition of the Kraken's Lair Comics. Now, the focus of this video was, or is, two live unboxings on some books that I had sold and had like seller's remorse and wanted to get back into the collection. However, today something more magical happened. Chris from the We Love Comics did a auction of 20 graded books that were all key issues. Ultimate Fallout 4, Edge of Spider-Verse 2, Fantastic Four 49, ASM 129, Journey of Mystery 85, the first appearance of Loki, just super key issues. In this live auction, very few items were bid on, and I think it took people a minute to look it up. These were all graded issues, see what the grade was, and reach out to Chris after the auction. So a lot of them have sold now and are no longer available. Now, I understand that laying out, we'll say $500 or more, like $500 on a comic book, it feels like a lot. That's a lot of money. I get it. We're all feeling the bite of rising gas prices, but with these books, it is an investment. And I know some people don't like that. How dare you use comic books as an investment to make money? My history with Chris, and he can well attest to it, there's not a single book I have ever purchased from him that in very short order, not 10 years, 3 months, 6 months, was worth a lot more money than what I paid for the book. Sometimes it's shocking to me to see the books that he's offering, where it's well below the least graded sold eBay version of the same grade, and no one's pouncing on it. But you never know what somebody's financial situation is like, and I don't understand it to a certain extent, where it's money in the bank. It really is. I've seen it, I've witnessed it. My videos attest to it. His videos attest to it, where it's not so much of a gamble when you place your money to back the correct horse. So I purchased from him Daredevil #1. It's a graded 1.5. Low grade is better than no grade. I actually went back and I saw during stimulus money, he was asking $2,200, and that was a fair price at that time, and no one pounced on it. And he said, well, I'm not going to relist this book, but he did. and I got it for $1,600. He also offers a 4-month payment plan, so that's absorbable. I sent him $400. I got a couple months, come up with the rest, and I got Daredevil #1. And if you look at like the Silver Age of Marvel, Spider-Man, ASM 15, Iron Man, number 39, Thor, Journey of Mystery 83, Hulk 1. For such a key Silver Age character, it's going to get stupid. It really is. It's going to get unobtainium. So a graded 1.5, $1,600. That's not cheap. I had to talk to my wife. Like, can we do this? This is not like, do we eat or not eat today? It's an investment, totally. 10 years? I'll say 10. 5 years from now, when you can't touch this for less than 10 grand. That's a win for Dan, the Kraken Man, and a win for the Kraken's Lair comics, and a win for me and my lovely and amazing wife, and a win for me and my family to this outlay of money up front to just be patient. Because there's not much I can do, other than going to Las Vegas to I'm going to turn $1,000 into 10. And that's really a gamble. I'm flabbergasted. This is one of the books I have been trying to get for so many years, and when it was $900, and I was like, oh well, no, I got other stuff on my radar, and I'm gonna get this. Okay, now it's $1,200. Wow, there's other stuff on my radar, and I'm gonna get this, and it just keeps going up and up, and it was the right book at the right time from the right seller, and thank you, Chris, from the We Love Comics. It's going to be a crown jewel in my collection, especially because I've got like Daredevil 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Strangely enough, I'm missing 7, the first all red costume, because I actually like the banana costume. I like the yellow and red. It appeals to me. At this point, I'm only missing ASM 16 with the banana costume, and then I have them all. And that's also doable. So, I want shout out to Chris. Shout out to his auctions. I'm always surprised that it seems to take after the auction for people to. Maybe I don't know. They were at work. I was at work. I couldn't chime in on the live auction, and then people see it, or maybe they're starting to look it up, and realizing the value that he already works into the books. So, for my 90 subscribers, if you see a live auction coming from Chris at the We Love Comics channel, check it out. Because even if they're expensive, they're going to be the lowest price that you are going to be able to pay for a similar condition book, of that book. So I, in the past, have sold books, and sometimes I lament seller's remorse, letting those books go out of my collection. And so now, where I sold those books for higher and I can get them back lower, knowing where they're going, that's what these two are. So I'm going to flip the screen. Bam. I'm going to need a knife. Which I have. So I'm going to just like pull this away for a sec. And I supposedly at this point, like tell people, like, it's like, dude, don't be afraid to sell comics from your collection. If you can sell it for more than you paid for it, and you can revisit it, even if you pay more to reacquire it, if you can sell that book again down the road for more than you paid for the reacquired version, like, that's a win. And so it might like seem, oh, I bought this book for this, and now, like, no, if you can continually flip a book for more than you spent on it and continually make money, that is a win. So here we go. Well, maybe not yet. They did a very good job. Additional backing boards. So, okay. First appearance of Black Bolt. I bought this for $20 at Mr. Comics up the road. It was 20 some bucks. I didn't spend the money to have it graded. I sold it for a whole lot more. I shaved some money off that $98 asking price because ask for deals. This was at auction and nobody bid on it, and it ended. And so I was like, hey, would you take 60? And they did. Now, 60 compared to 98, that's a pretty good savings. So it's my original copy was better, but I'm okay with this. Black Bolt showed up briefly. Don't know if they're going to do anything with him, but it's Fantastic Four number 46. It's a first appearance of, we'll call it like a C grade character. But so glad to have you back, Black Bolt. Now, I'm going to let you look at it. Well, do the box. There's no editing. I don't want to turn it over because I don't want to show anybody's personal information. So you're just gonna have to trust me on this, comic book people, and because they really take the Jesus out of this. which is good. I mean, I will never like fault a seller for like, oh no, your box was too good. You added too much tape. You put too much bubble wrap. You kept my thing safe. Because I've had the flip, for sure. And that's never fun. I mean, the worst thing is, you know, oh, here's my new comic book. And you're so excited to have it. And, you know, watching the tracking, waiting for it to show up, you know, and like, you're like, it's here. My book is here. And then you go out to the mail, and off the rip, you can see that this is probably going to be disappointing. Now, this is not. I mean, this is so much. It's a lot. Like, I mean, this is out of the box. A well done seller. I'll have to go back and look. This actually came from Canada. Go Canada. I guess they were like, we don't know about the post in the USA, buddy. Like this is ridiculous. Like I'm still like multiple layers, which is awesome. Because I can always use bubble wrap. I can always repurpose this packing material if I'm going to sell a book, and I don't have to spend money to like have the bubble wrap, have the additional cardboard, the yeah. All right, we're getting there. Like, look, we're like multiple layers closer now, people. Probably the most, like, not the most engaging video, but it is interesting to note how different people choose to send comic books. But we're there. We are there. Captain America 117. CBCS 5.0. First appearance of Hawkeye. And the colors on this are really, really nice. For people watching my videos, and yes, you should be watching every single one of my videos, I was at a flea market close to my house, and about like 6 years ago, I bought this for $6. Yeah, $6. I didn't even really know it was the first appearance of Falcon, but it was like, you know, the coming of the Falcon, and bro, and so I was like, wow, okay, $6, and I bought it and did my research and found out that it was. I spent $50 to have it pressed, dry cleaned, and graded. I want to say it came back a 6, and this is a book I sold, and I made a whole lot of money. And now currently the Falcon is not on the radar, so I was like, I'm going to reacquire this. And so I did. And I mean, it's every bit of 5.0. And I'm so happy with that. But just happy to have it back, because I do think with ethnic characters, gender differential characters, there's a focus here. And what I like about this is it's not like a re-edit of a character. I just personally do not like if there was a character that had a specific ethnicity or gender that was written that way, that all of a sudden has changed. Because I feel Marvel did a very great job, especially considering the time frame that they wrote these characters, being, encompassing, where it was no longer women as like sex symbol, damsels in distress, powerful women in their own right. They were representational of African Americans, Native Americans, the Irish, Wolverine from Canada. Hey, buddy. And they really did extrapolate their stories to encompass a larger audience. I mean, Colossus, Russian. Storm, African American. Banshee, Irish. Nightcrawler, Germanic. And there's like Brother Voodoo. There's Black Panther. There's so many examples of where they were encompassing of a larger audience that wasn't like white males. Shang-Chi. That's another example. And like I said, I could go on, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is I have reacquired Captain America 117, graded 1.5. I think I spent $150 on this. I'd have to go look. But I'm so glad to have it back in the collection. And they actually included a nice plastic sleeve, which, good on you, seller. I guess maybe this is them. Doug. So there's your shout out for my 90 subscribers. Man, when I make the final payments and get this Daredevil #1 back from We Love Comics, you will all share in my victory. And I will show all my other issues, Daredevil 2, 3, 4, 5, rah. And thanks for watching. I'm going to sign off now. My janky video. Daniel at the Kraken's Lair Comics. Enjoy comics. Enjoy comic book collecting.